Philadelphia. My parents retired to New Jersey, so I've only visited there, but my mom is still living in Atlantic City. I know, Atlantic City, but she gets to see the ocean, and she's old, so the buffets are really good. I moved to Boston a zillion years ago for college. I stayed for a really long time, 3.5 years. Years ago, I moved to Kansas City. I've lived in other places too. What else was I supposed to tell you about? I'll do this. Tell you about Leslie. Your money. When I was a little girl, people would look at me and they would say, "Oh, may I touch you? Is it okay? What a sweet little girl. What do you want to be when you grow up, sweetheart?" And I was 5, so I didn't know that you're supposed to lie when people ask you that. So I told them the truth. I want to be a paleontologist, a fireman, and the president. And this will age me. This was in the early 70s. And so I had to tell people what a paleontologist was. And then once I did that, they would look at me and they would go, may I use you as an example? "Oh, honey, you're a little girl. Don't you want to be a mommy or a ballerina or a teacher?" And I would look at them and I would say, "No, I'm going to be a paleontologist, a fireman, and the president." Oh, sweetheart. So I heard that a lot. And I got to thinking about it. They told me that boys could be paleontologists, a fireman, and the president, and that I couldn't because I was a little girl. Now, at 5 years old, I had my first swing around the "where do babies come from" block. And so I knew the differences between boys and girls. I knew that boys had penises. See, Robin told you there'd be penises in this story. So I knew that boys had penises. So clearly, that was the problem. I went into the bathroom, and I brought some supplies with me. I had a straw, and we had this box of blue tissues in the bathroom. So I pulled out a bunch of tissues, and I wrapped them around the straw, because I knew that boys could pee through their penises. And I wrapped it up with tape, because that was one of the supplies I brought in. And this was the early 70s, so there was nothing wrong about this at that time. It would be wrong now. I had seen my father naked, so I had that my father was white. I had that kind of dark pink crayon and a magic marker, and I colored it in. And then I taped it on. I had a penis. Now I could be a fireman, a paleontologist, and the president. I was all set. So I did what every little girl does when she gets her penis. I went over to the toilet and I peed. My penis got really, really soggy. So I took it off and I threw it away and I made another one. It was so simple. I pulled up my pants and it was kind of uncomfortable. So I pulled them down again and I looked and my penis had turned into a tennis ball. I guess they do that. You guys will have to tell me. So I took it off and I made another one and I taped it on. I pulled up my pants and I was all set. Now I could be a paleontologist, a fireman, and the president. But even at 5, I had the sense that this was the kind of thing that people probably wouldn't want to know about. So I kept it secret. Now you know how it is when you have a secret, especially when you're 5 years old. And as someone a great deal older than 5, I can tell you the feeling hasn't changed. When you have a secret, it gets down inside of you, and it starts to wiggle, and itch, and twist, and tickle, and oh God, you just have to tell somebody. So I was at my friend Anne's house, and I said, "Hey Anne, yeah? I have a secret." "Yeah? You want to know?" "Yeah. I have a penis." Well, her eyes got really big, and her mouth kind of hung open. I don't know why, but Anne didn't play with me very often after that. But that was okay, because I had my penis. Now I could be a paleontologist, a fireman, and the president. I was all set. Now one day, I was in the bathroom, and Those of you who have been 5 years old may remember this, and those of you who have had children may remember this, but when you're 5, there's very little sense of personal privacy in the world. So there I was, sitting on the toilet with my penis, because I knew better by now than to try and pee through it, and my mother walked in. I imagined that she was going to put on some makeup or something, and so she walked over to the mirror. Laura? What's that? Mom, it's my penis! Oh, it's so realistic looking. I was surprised. And then she turned around and walked out of the bathroom. I can only imagine she went straight to the liquor cabinet. God bless her for not overreacting. God, she did a good job. I've since talked to her about this. She has no memory of it. So, you know, I had my penis, and I knew that I was all set with being a paleontologist, a fireman, and the president, but I have to tell you, it was kind of a pain. I couldn't pee through it, which clearly seemed like the best part of having a penis. It kept turning into a tennis ball in my pants, and honestly, it was kind of uncomfortable. Lastly, we were running out of those blue tissues in the bathroom, and I really didn't know what to do, so then I had this idea. I could have an imaginary penis. It was great. It was right there, and it wasn't annoying, and I could still be, say it with me now, a paleontologist, a fireman, and president. That's right. And I knew I shouldn't tell anybody. But it's the same thing with secrets. When you're 5 or when you're much older than 5, they wiggle down inside of you and they start to itch and tear and pull at you. And oh God, so I was at my friend Diane's house. Hey Diane, yeah? I have a secret. Yeah? You want to know? Yeah. I have an invisible penis. Her eyes got really big, her jaw fell open, and then she said, oh, I have one too. We pulled out our pants. We showed each other our penises, and hers looked just like mine. It was great. Robin loves this story. Well, time passed. And after a while, I found that my penis had kind of disappeared. I really don't know where it went. And I grew up. Now, I've since had an opportunity to play with penises. And they are very nice. I enjoy them, but I have to say, I don't regret not having one. And I didn't grow up to be a paleontologist, a fireman, or the president. Instead, I grew up to be a storyteller. And from time to time to time, I do think of my lost appendage, and I think to myself, I don't miss it, because, you know, I kept the best part. I'm a storyteller. Me? I've got balls. You guys doing okay? Yeah. Those of you with penises, you're feeling happy about them? Good. We're happy that you have it. All right.
Those who can play with them, are you happy?
That's right, those of you with penises. Okay. So, I need to remember how this one begins. Oh, that's how it begins. About 8 years ago, my husband and I took a trip